Japan does not give a flying nimbus about you. Yes, hi, Pickles the Gaijin here, Jamaican YouTuber. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've done a PDG cast. I want to do more like podcast type stuff with persons, like in real life, like in together, going forward as well for the channel, and just continue bringing you content. Although the content might vary, I just want to be true to myself. All right, cool. Get to the program. I'm going to talk to you guys today about something that I find really weird. I find it really weird. Listen, hear me out. I find it really weird when somebody or someone or something or whatever defends a place or a thing, and they've never been to that place, or they have never experienced that thing, but because of what they have seen or the story and narrative has been presented to them, they defend this thing or concept so vehemently that they don't even understand what they're talking about, and then these people come to you telling you how things should be, and they've never been to that country or never been to that thing or never experienced that thing, and then invalidate your experiences. Now, of course, you guys know what I'm talking about with the weirdos. Again, people keeping up for Japan or keeping up for a society that they've never been to. And I find it really weird. It's like persons who are Star Wars fans and have Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones on this pedestal, and nothing can ever come to it. But maybe an actor from the series or one of the authors are telling you something and say, no, that's what it is. That's what it is. You can't tell me that. Or, better yet, ice cream. Let's go there. So, how people react and deal with things varies across the world. Cool. So there's a flavor of ice cream that you've never tried, but you have heard so much great things about it. So much so that now you feel you know the flavor of the ice cream and what it tastes like. Right? Someone else tastes the ice cream flavor that you have not tasted yet and said, it doesn't really sit well with me, I don't like it. And you, the defender of this thing now, who must be the defender of this ice cream flavor, well, why would you talk about ice cream? I don't think so. Well, I know this thing is the greatest thing ever. But you've never tasted it. You don't know if the person who was eating the ice cream was actually lactose intolerant or allergic to dairy, or they're allergic to something within the ice cream. But because you only see positive things about this flavor ice cream, you decide that this is the greatest flavor ever created. And if you don't like this flavor, why don't you go somewhere else? Why don't you go eat another flavor ice cream then? What about if you still go to another flavor ice cream, there's still the same issue? If the person is lactose intolerant, it don't matter where they go or whatever ice cream they eat, they can't eat ice cream with dairy. No matter try a non-dairy ice cream or a vegan ice cream or a soy ice cream or something. So things may be different. But all I'm saying is, people who have never been to Japan, please stop caping up for Japan, because Japan don't give a about you. Like, seriously. Foreigners, listen, let me hear this right now. Japan does not give a flying nimbus about you unless you're here working and paying into the pension scheme. And that's a fact. That's it. You're to be seen and not heard like a Japanese wife. That's what you are as a foreigner in Japan. So when people from the outside tell me, hey, Japan is an awesome place, the greatest place ever. All right, cool. Yeah, it's fine, for me, generally speaking. But there's still some things that can be worked upon, that can be fixed. And that's all any of the content creators that I follow, any of the black people that live in Japan, have been saying. But it's just really weird, still, in 2023, that people still hold this very archaic idea, or this actual, utopic idea, euphoric idea of what Japan is and its ideals. Yes, there's some very good things about Japan, very, very good things about Japan, and there's some things that just don't work, in our opinion. And I guess we can be sometimes, how we express ourselves, seem as if we are pushing our views on Japan. And yes and no, because Of course, things have been working in Japan particularly for some time. And at one point, guys, slavery was legal, but that didn't mean it was right. So what I'm saying to you, Nimrods out there, and persons who seem not to have any form of articulating skills or critical thinking. Yes, something might be working and it might be okay, but it still doesn't mean it is right. It is legal, but it's not right. That's all we're saying. So, one of the things that I recognize when I live in Japan is that they really do suppress a lot of their feelings, and it's a lot about the group culture and the ecosystem or whatever you want to call it that they try to inculcate from a very young age, which is very good and commendable. So you have a type of harmony, surface harmony that exists in Japan, and that's what they give off, and that's a lot of what that people see and love. But below the surface, there's a lot of things that bubble, right? Even within the Japanese society, they have different forms of sabetsu, discrimination, and it's just really interesting that persons who have not lived here for an extended period of time have not or experienced or seen these things would have these comments coming in. So I don't pay you guys. Most the person that always comments are saying, "Oh, Japan is that." I don't really pay them, man, because you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know, and that is fine. But you can't come tell me, 9-year resident, tax paying resident, no pension paying resident, about my experience in Japan and what has happened to me. Things are changing, yes. Cool, but it might not be changing at a rate that most persons would like. And what triggered this podcast for me, actually, this kind of thought-provoking thing today, was I saw a yesterday, guys. A picture of a news article, Rui Hachimura, who is half Japanese, half whatever. He's a half Japanese, right? Cool. Mixed with black, so he has like that Blasian thing going. While he carried the Olympic flag in Tokyo, he was receiving racist comments from his own countrymen. But y'all out here talking about racism doesn't exist in Japan, and no, it's just xenophobia. If your own countrymen, because of your skin color, are telling you, hey, you don't belong here, whatever, blah, 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 why you think they're not going to hold back on person that don't even belong to their country, who look different? So spare me the drama, you idiots out there and weebs and whatever. Fine. I don't really care if you really love a country. You can love Japan and love Japan to the death of it and whatever. But when you are confronted with actual facts and persons' actual experiences, I would like you to take off your sakura blossom covered tinted rose item, all right? Check out the cherry blossoms. Take away all the green tea and the sushi and the wonderful food. Let's look on there's a real country here with real issues, and you have persons who are Japanese citizens by nationality and ethnicity that have real problems. And just like every other country, Japan has its problems and it has its pros and cons. And that's me being a try for the last 9 years. But that's not something that is, I guess, palatable, but it is. And I've been very, very diplomatic and PC about how I've communicated some of the things that have happened to me and things that have been going on around in this place. But I guess that's not enough. But it's fine. It's fine. Really fine. Another thing I find really, really weird is that a lot of Japanese people who go abroad or have studied overseas and have interacted with foreigners and see how it can be to be on the outside, how lonely it can be on the outside. When they come back to Japan, they just forget all of that. Additionally, the sense of humor, when you make jokes with certain persons who you think would understand based on the fact they have been interacting with foreigners for so long and they've had experience with foreigners, they still sometimes find a way to revert to the Japanese way of thinking, regardless of how ridiculous or nonsensical it may be. You know what I mean? And it just baffles me It really baffles me. And these persons are quite fluent in English and able to communicate their thoughts. But sometimes I am like, yo, what are you really trying to say though? Like, you seriously gonna Japanese away this explanations? You're gonna Japan plane it for me? Japan explain it for me? Nihon-splain. You're gonna Nihon-splain this? Hmm? Because trust me, guys, for those who know and who live in Japan, Nihon-splaining is a thing. Because you're in Japan, there's a way of doing things and a way of doing everything. And even though, as a Japanese person, you might do something wrong to a foreigner, or there's a wrong in in the interaction between a foreigner and a Japanese person, oftentimes there's a out clause of Nihon-splaining where, hey, because I'm Japanese, I'm in Japan, this is how I would see this thing, and I can understand it this way, and it makes sense that way, even though to anybody else on the planet it makes absolutely no sense. So I just find it really weird. But at the end of the day, you know, people are people, and they're gonna keep on peopling. And I've been rambling for so long. Oh my god. So that's today's video. Things I found really weird in Japan, like just things I find weird about people that like Japan, and of people that are in Japan, about Japanese people and of foreigners in Japan. Because basically, once you're a foreigner in Japan, you're kind of weird, I guess. So that's what I'm saying. Alright, guys, I think that's the video for today. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. How do you feel like this year? Do you think this year is a year for you to achieve your goals in Japan? If you're in Japan, if you're coming to Japan, let me know what videos you want to see. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Pickles the Gaijin Jamaican YouTuber.